Hey guys, in today's video, I want to cover a free mint project that I think is absolutely going to blow up. I didn't have time to really record this professionally. I haven't even showered. I'm just want to get this out there because I think this project is going to take off. So the project is On Chain Block Invaders. Essentially, it's a fully on-chain, 10,000 strong profile pic collection. Now, what's cool about this is you're able to upgrade your skins and your color palettes. So as you can see, there's like all these different kind of PFPs, but you can actually customize your colors, you can customize your skins. So this is a really like upgradable system, right? Where your NFTs are evolvable. You're able to completely customize it as you see fit up to 1024 variations. So what's also cool about this project is it's fully on chain. So all of this is being stored on chain. So this essentially is something that most projects don't do. Now, each OB basically has 1024 variations, but there's also a rarity system that they have that doesn't change. So you can't, there's certain forms of rarity with the system that I'm still unsure about how that works, but they basically said they're going to be rare versions and there's no way to like customize the other OBs to be like that. So they've kind of maintained the customizability, but also the rarity, which let's admit it, we all love rarity, right? Like I freaking love it when I get like an ultra rare NFT. Now, on top of this being on-chain, on top of them having modular upgradable smart contracts, they also have implemented a gas-optimized smart contract for minting. So this is a free mint, guys. Let me be clear. This is a free mint, and it's also gas-optimized. So the amount of value they're providing here is pretty insane. And on top of that, with what these guys are doing, they're also building a game around this. Now, this is a very simple game. It's like a retro-style game that honestly is not that hard to code. But it kind of shows that they have their head on straight because a lot of projects, they promise these incredible roadmaps and these incredible games. But quite honestly, they're far too ambitious for small teams. So they have an easy game where you can interact with your OBs, you can use them in game, kind of like basically a nostalgia trip, right? So overall, this is a fun project. They're offering so much value. I think the art style's cool. These are very profile pic-able, right? Like I'd love to use this as my Twitter profile pic. And I think also that this is going to do well with hardcore collectors, right? Because of the fact that they've implemented so many things that are like first in the smart contract world, right? Like nobody's really done these kind of evolvable NFTs before. Nobody's done this level of technical, basically optimization for what is a free mint, right? Yeah, Azuki had a gas optimized smart contract, but they were also minting at a ridiculous price. So I think that a lot of the technical, basically people in the space are going to like this project, but also newcomers to the space are going to like this project because it's a free mint. So I don't see any issue with them minting out, right? Like I'm going to personally try to mint out as many as I can because the upside is so huge, right? Like even if I have to pay a little bit in gas, it doesn't really take much for this project to take off. So that's why I wanted to get this video out there. You guys can still get on the allow list, get on there. They're still doing giveaways. There's still basically there are opportunities to get on their allow list. Now, let's quickly talk about the team, right? So the team, while they haven't put out their public names out there, like you can see, they put their photos out there. They're not trying super hard to be doxxed. They're just kind of like, yeah, we don't want to be like put our full names on it, but you can figure out who they are if you were so inclined. So I think the fact that they're pretty willing to build in public is awesome. And also, they have some really great kind of like people involved, right? So one of the coolest things about this project is these two are brothers and these two are their wives, right? So it's like a brother combined with, basically like a family team of four. So I think there's a lot of potential there with, because of that closeness and because of the fact that they're already a family, I think there's a lot of potential for their team synergy to be really strong. So one of their brothers is a software engineer and he has over 17 years of experience. He's worked for Visa, Continental. So he's done like financial, basically software engineering, which is pretty much the most applicable thing to the crypto and NFT space possible. So I think there's a ton of potential for this project to really take off because it's like a solid team. They really believe in what they're doing. And no, they're not doing this as a free mint because Goblin Town, right? This was something where they saw this whole free mint thing happening like months ago. So they've been building this for months ago. They've always planned on this being a free mint because they wanted to offer an easy entryway into the ecosystem. Now, one of the cool things about this project is the upgradable smart contracts, right? Essentially, you can build upon the collection to add new utility, new mechanics, upgrading the world. And this project was kind of inspired by the composability of loot. But instead of focusing on other projects building on top of it, it's like basically inside this project itself, they're kind of building on top of it, right? They're basically allowing this composability that they can add new features to the project. Now, the cool part is all of this technology can be applied to other projects. I think there's a lot of potential here with this team. So that's why I'm minting this as well, is because I believe that these guys are going to do something cool. And we're essentially, by doing this free mint, we're getting in on the ground floor of whatever they're building in the future, right? So even if this project isn't a huge success, I do think they're going to build more interesting products. I think there's a lot of potential here for them to build, basically software, utility-based tools, etc. Now, another cool thing about the project I didn't mention before is they've gas optimized everything, including upgrading the skins and color palettes on chain. So if you want to change the skins and color palettes inside their kind of like retro, basically game, you can do that for free because that can be done off chain. But if you're doing it on chain and you're upgrading your skin and color palette and you want to be basically have it on OpenSea, etc., then yeah, you'll have to pay some gas. But they've really tried to optimize that gas contract to be as cheap as possible. Now, in terms of future plans, they do want to release more skins and palettes and then charge for those. So that's kind of their plan to bring in revenue. And I do think that they're going to attract the technical and hardcore kind of like people in the NFT space because of the fact that this is such a technically advanced project and it's a free mint, right? Most projects who are raising millions of dollars don't have this level of just optimization. Now, what I feel about this project is this team has a lot of potential and they're humble enough on offering value first instead of going for a cash grab, right? They want to make this accessible. They want to onboard their friends and family, and they also want to attract the hardcore founders, right? So I do think this free mint could be an entry point into a powerful ecosystem. This is technically far more advanced than your average overhyped project, and I think they're going to keep building valuable products. So again, I'm backing the team, which is why I'm going to be minting this. There are risks, of course, right? What if they're not able to raise a reasonable amount of revenue from secondary sales? Because with a project like this, you're going to really require a volume on the secondary trading to be able to generate kind of decent amount of sales. Now, also, obviously, they want to release color palettes and more skins. So if they're not able to really have momentum on this, they won't be able to monetize that. But I do think this is a really solid project. Guys, there's basically no downside. It's a free mint. You just have to pay a bit of gas, and they've optimized the gas contract. So I'm going to get this video up ASAP, but please go check out their Twitter, go check out their website, join their Discord. There are whitelist, allow list opportunities going on all over the place. Check it out. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to keep trying to make these videos because I love making content. So it's just a lot of fun. I talk to a lot of interesting founders, so I do want to bring more eyes to their projects. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to also check out our project, Cryptopia. We're building the world's first NFT resort where you can stay a week, a year with your NFT. So I'll see you in the next one.